I'm Chaplain Byron Denman, and this is Chats with the Chaplain. A few days ago, I was walking into the back door of my office and I came across an NCO. This NCO has been a part of our battalion for some time, and he conducts himself professionally and always does what is asked of him. He's very well regarded by both his subordinates and his superiors. But during this brief moment, I witnessed him balancing on the curb the way that a little kid would. You know what I'm talking about. That moment when a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old climbs up onto the curb and they stick their arms out to the side and they kind of wobble a little bit. And he's doing this in full uniform. And then I thought to myself, it's not just this NCO. I could remember seeing a major do this same thing as I was coming out of chapel one Sunday. And I got to thinking, there's something about a curb that makes us feel like a kid again. Right? Maybe it's the ones where they're broken up between parking spots, and as you balance on the one, you reach the end of it, you have to jump down and then jump up onto the next one. And we try and play it cool because we don't want to look like we're a little kid. But the idea is still there. Last week, I ended up going to a park, and my kids were playing on the playground, and the adults were sitting over to the side, eating some snacks and just kind of letting the kids run wild. But while we were at that park, there were a handful of teenagers, I'd say maybe 6 or 7 of them, and they were probably between 15 and 18, so they were a little bit older as far as teenagers are concerned. But they went over to the park after the end of a basketball game, and they started swinging. They got onto the equipment, and at first I thought, man, why are you guys even over here? Why don't you go away and let the little kids play? But then it came to my attention that these kids weren't just there to occupy a space or to be bullies or anything like that. They were reliving some of their childhood joy. They were finding an opportunity to just be kids. And teenagers need that. Grown-ups need that too. I know that so many times in our lives we are taught to be so serious. We've got to focus on the mission. We've got to do all of these things, and that's all very important. But we also have to have the opportunity to do something fun, to go back to being a kid, to really relish whatever opportunities lay in front of us. I can tell you that I've got this swing in my backyard, and I don't really fit into it. But every now and then, I'll come out and I'll watch one of my kids swinging, and I'll think, man, I could swing higher than that. Or, I could jump farther than that. And it's probably true because I'm grown and they're little, and so I've got a little bit more control over my body. But the reality is, I'm focusing on what it felt like to swing higher, to jump farther out of the swing. I'm focusing on that joy that I once felt. That's what I want for each of you. In the midst of all of the serious, find a way to do something fun. Go swimming, go rock climbing, whatever it is. Your fun might have changed as you've grown up, but we still need it. And today you've got one more day to get out of the barracks, to get off post, and to just enjoy yourself. Take a friend or go solo. Go with your family if you have one. Either way, find something fun to do. I'm Chaplain Byron Denman, and sometimes I just like to swing.